If you haven't been to Northwest Arkansas in the last 6 to 12 months, it's changing, and it's changing fast. New restaurants, major developments, entertainment venues, infrastructure, retails, trails, housing, even medical expansions are happening all over Bentonville, Realtor, Springdale, and Fayetteville. And today I want to show you exactly what is new and coming soon to Northwest Arkansas in 2026. If you are a local, you may already know about many of these things and say, Anthony, that's last year's news.
I know.
That's not new to me.
I know.
Well, it might be new to many people that are watching this channel, and if my friend that we haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Anthony Mosley. I'm a real estate broker here in Northwest Arkansas, and I help people just like you, after presenting them the facts, decide, is Northwest Arkansas, is Bentonville going to be the next best place for you and your family to call home? Because there's always something new and exciting going on all around Northwest Arkansas with new restaurants and trails and everything that I mentioned in the intro. This isn't going to be a 100% comprehensive list. So if you're like, hey, what about this thing? Or what about that business? There's a lot going on here. So I'm going to hit some highlights for you. Let's jump into our first section, which is coffee shops and restaurants. If you're a bit like me, you like to eat, maybe drink a little coffee. Starting out in Rogers, we've got PJ's Coffee that expanded from New Orleans. It's in the Summit Shopping Center Cafe and brings cold brew, espresso drinks, and warm beignets to our region. Now, this next restaurant is a particular favorite of my family and I. We've been going to this resort in Mexico for many, many years, and they have a Sweet Paris at this resort in Mexico. So my family and I were jumping for joy when we heard that Sweet Paris was coming to the Promenade, formerly known as Sweet Paris Crêperie, Crêperie, and Café. They offer both sweet and savory French crepes. Crepes?
Just say, I love crepe.
How do you pronounce it? Crepe? I mean, if you're American, you say crepe. I speak Spanish and English. Not very well, but not French either. Down in Fayetteville, we've got Sweet Green, which is a popular, healthy, fast, casual type restaurant. The 1834 Tavern. Artemis, which is a non-alcoholic bar, coffee shop, and live music. The Fayetteville Tea House has opened up recently. Up in Bentonville, you might have seen on my social media channels that Table House Center is a new curated European bistro-style restaurant that recently opened on the Walmart home office campus. Shout out to the Garrett family, who are the owners and operators of all the table restaurants scattered throughout Northwest Arkansas. A new high-end restaurant called Written by the Seasons. My family and I haven't been to this one yet, but maybe date night is coming soon for me and the missus. Also, if you like ice cream, there on the Walmart home office campus is Clementine's Ice Cream. Now, when you think of ice cream, you might be thinking of chocolate, vanilla, or Neapolitan, or butter pecan, or something other than that. My friend, we went in there the other day, and I had horchata Rice Krispie ice cream. It was amazing. So every time we go in there, they always have some new flavors to try out. Also in Bentonville, in front of the neighborhood Walmart there on Airport Road, a new Andy's Frozen Custard is opening up. What is the deal with all these restaurants and ice cream shops? Again, I know that there are many food trucks, restaurants, coffee shops, taverns that have certainly opened up in the last 6 to 12 months, and that very well may be coming. By all means, drop them in the comments if you know something that's coming or want to know more about. Moving on to our next section, which is hotels. Now, some of these we have mentioned in some of our city upcoming new and coming soon videos. We've got the Compton, located in downtown Bentonville, right across from the Bentonville Square, which is an independent lifestyle type of hotel that celebrates the Ozarks and Bentonville cycling culture. If you haven't been to the Compton yet, or you plan on visiting Bentonville, just pop in their lobby. It's a really cool lobby that they have there at the Compton. There's the Overland Hotel down in Fayetteville that's a massive renovation of the former Motel 6. The idea of this hotel is geared both towards visiting travelers and the local community. Let's shoot back up the road into Rogers, and Hotel Vin off of Northgate Road is set to be open in fall of 2026. It's about a $72 million hotel that's part of the Marriott Autograph Collection. Once it's open, it will feature a rooftop bar, outdoor pool, and about 10,000 square feet of meeting space. A couple weeks ago, we featured the Walmart home office campus that opened. And of course, there are multiple businesses that open on the Walmart campus, including Walmart Associates at their new office buildings. In addition, the much anticipated Whole Foods is finally open in Rogers, around the Pinnacle Hills area. Back over to the Walmart campus, Arkansas's second only location of Anthropology, which is a women's clothing store, is now open. over there in Bentonville. Carhartt, if you're a hunter, a farmer, or maybe you just like to wear the durable type of clothing, Carhartt is now open at the Pinnacle Hills Promenade. It being summer months and the mercury is rising, my friend, getting hotter and hotter every single day as we get into spring and summer months. There's a new splash pad open at KJ Memorial Park there, right on the border of Lowell and Rogers. You may be sitting there going, okay, Anthony, that's great and all, but what's new? What's coming soon? What's getting ready to happen? I want to know that. Well, in regards to annual events, there's certainly farmers markets, first Fridays in Bentonville all the way down to Sundays on the Square in Fayetteville. Bentonville's Bike Fest is back for another year here in June. A lot happening in Bentonville, June of 2026. The Bentonville Adult Recreation Center is opening to the public fully for the first time. Yes, it had its soft opening back in April for premier members. The Oz Bike Park with the chairlift assist is going to be open in the middle of June as well. Bentonville Film Fest is going to be in June, Gina Davis's Film Fest. Of course, there's 5Ks, conferences, jamborees, car shows, fishing tournaments. Check out NWATravelGuide.com for more and complete details. NWATravelGuide.com. It's right there. If you're a music lover, or maybe you like to laugh and want some comedy, at the Arkansas Music Pavilion, locally known as the AMP, this summer is going to feature Dierks Bentley, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Bob Dylan, Tim McGraw, comedian Matt Rife, and rounding out the season in the fall is Mercy Me. Many times you might be driving around Northwest Arkansas, or perhaps you're flying in on an airplane and you're looking down there going, what in the world is that down there? Well, my friends, you would not be alone in wondering, what's that? Recently, it's been announced that the Razorback Greenway is going to receive an expansion in reconnecting and extending the 40-mile stretch all the way from Fayetteville all the way up to Bella Vista. Trail connections. They're going to add large-scale open spaces, amongst other things. If you're like me and many people that ask me, hey, Anthony, we're driving around, what are those ginormous blue pipes that are laying all around North Benton County? My friend, that's part of the $160 million infrastructure expansion. Those pipes are 54 inches in diameter. It's about a 35-mile pipeline bringing clean drinking water to multiple different cities in Benton and Washington counties. If you're looking on the west side of 49 and south of 72, there's been a lot of dirt moving there also. That is Alice Walton's 100-acre healthcare campus. It's going to feature green spaces, trails, and thought through architecture throughout the entire property. Have you been playing golf at Top Golf, or maybe you're having lunch at Wright's Barbecue there in Rogers and wondering what that building is that's being built over there? Buildings? Why do we call them buildings when they're built? Built means it's done being built. We should call them builts. Whew, stay on track. Here we go. The Visionary Building, which is a new upscale office and retail location featuring around 195,000 square feet of both retail and office development. I know it was announced in 2024, but when things get announced, it goes unknown until you start seeing something actually happen there. So that building's going to be open sometime in 2026. It's my understanding. They'll start leasing spaces this year. A new 165-acre mixed-use development down in Fayetteville called Drake Farms. A development cost of around $1 billion has been announced. Over in Gentry, it's my understanding that Gentry Schools is going to get an expansion to the tune of $21 million. In downtown Bentonville, you can't sleep on Bentonville, my friend. There's always going to be something changing. But downtown Bentonville, it's been recently announced that the new project there, where Arvest Bank is currently located, and it's going to be called the Heart on Main. It's a mixed-unit development headed up by Blue Crane Group. Construction on that development is going to happen on the north end of the square, summer of 2026. And as mentioned earlier, as you're driving around Northwest Arkansas, you see an entire field scraped. There's D.R. Horton, there's Schuber Mitchell, there's Ross Coleman, there's Buffington Homes, there's many other developments that are growing and expanding in Northwest Arkansas. Namely, Scissortail, a master plan community, is getting ready to open up its next phase. As you can imagine, my friend, with so many people moving to Northwest Arkansas on a daily basis, more and more development, both in the commercial and residential spaces, are going to continue to expand. That's our future. That's what's going to happen. If you don't like growth and development, maybe Northwest Arkansas isn't for you. But either way, my friend, it's always a pleasure to put this information together for you. And now you know a little bit more about what life is like in around Bentonville and Northwest Arkansas. Thanks for watching.